this stand. Been here for probably about an hour. But just excited to see what comes out here tonight, so. I don't got a lot to talk about, but just excited. Honestly wanted to hunt the Midwest since I was a little kid. So, here we are. We're going to see what happens this week. Alright guys, well, it's October 28th. Our first full day in Illinois. We hunted last night. Had a big buck work up this ravine behind me. Probably an hour or so before dark. And then right at dark, I had three does pop out right here in this standing corn. And I could hear a buck in there raking a tree or maybe putting in a scrape or something, but he ended up popping out right at dark. I could just see him through binoculars. I couldn't really see him, but he came in here 15 yards. I'd say it was probably about 130-inch 10-point. Just a tight rack 10-point, real pretty buck. But so we're back in here this morning in this corner, and we're gonna hunt here till midday, and then I'm gonna move down into this ravine. Dude just caught a squirrel. I just watched it. Unbelievable. Look at that. I heard the blue jays calling over there, and I was thinking, maybe there's gonna be a deer step out. That freaking bobcat took off after that squirrel. The squirrel juked him like 3 times. He got him. I wish I would have seen him a little earlier. I'd say he was stalking him there for a while, but never seen nothing like that. So. Crazy. That was crazy. Alright guys, well, it's October 28th. Had a pretty rough morning. Didn't see any deer at all. Saw that bobcat catch that squirrel. After that, nothing's really happened, so I dropped down into this creek bottom. The wind seems to be mostly going up the creek, back towards where we came in. So last night a big buck snuck up through here, and I didn't really get a good look at it, but just going off a gut feeling, I think it was a pretty big one. Just the way he was acting too. It was a bigger buck. So we come down in here. Hopefully the wind keeps going the way it's going. And, I don't know that we'll have as much action as we did last night, but I think I have a better I should have, if I see a good buck, there's a better chance I'll have an opportunity. So I'm just gonna hope that wind keeps going that way, but excited to be here. Day 2. Let's see how the night unfolds. Well, it's Tuesday, October 29th. Got my mic turned down, so hopefully you can hear this. But it's extremely windy. It's supposed to get really bad today, so might not get to hunt this evening. Probably definitely won't be in a tree if we do decide to hunt. But went all day yesterday, didn't see a deer. Today I came out on this ridge that leads to a cornfield. And then the neighbor's field is over to my, to the left here. And, I don't know. I'm just hoping the one deer I see, the next deer I see is the one that counts, so. They're in here. I walked through a giant scrape coming in here. One of the biggest scrapes I've ever seen in my life, to be honest. There were some big rubs and stuff too, so. A guy in camp shot a good buck last night. About a 140. Had a bunch of trash, so he had him come out in the cornfield and he plugged him, one of the cornfields. So we'll see how this morning goes. Stick with us. Well, I had that spike walk through and a doe walk through, and there's a doe bed right here. So there was deer laying there whenever I come in here this morning. But I just had probably about 130-inch 8-point. Just come right up out of this ravine. I mean, rut crazed, like looking for does. But ran up right here, 18 yards. I thought I was filming him, but I never pressed record. But a real nice buck. But let him walk. I mean, I think he's a 3-year-old. Just guessing, but really cool encounter. That's the biggest buck I've seen here so far, so just gonna try to stay on my toes. I wish I would have brought food, because this morning's been a good morning so far, but see what happens here. Alright guys, well, another evening of talking directly into the mic because the wind's blowing like crazy. Watch isn't working, but it's in the 80s. But it seems to be going off fairly quick, so I've learned over the years just to stay positive and think it's going to happen at any time, and that usually pays off. If you get lazy or you get negative, usually that's when you get an opportunity and you're not ready to capitalize. So moved down into this little pinch point. There's a food plot out at the end of this cut, but I'm in between two cut. I don't know if they're bean fields or corn fields. I think they're bean fields, but there's no beans or nothing in them. Everything's been harvested, so just hoping to catch a buck cruising down through here. Seems like a great spot. I'm in a creek bed. Alright guys, well, haven't had much action here this week so far. So far, all three of the good bucks that I've passed, I haven't got any of them on camera. One was too late after dark. The other one, I barely caught a glimpse of it, and then the one this morning I didn't press record, so this should be a pretty entertaining video, unless I make something happen here. So, but if nothing happens here in the next 20 minutes or so, it's gonna get dark on us, and then we'll be back at it this morning. Had one doe and a little 8-point walk, probably 500 yards away across the field. But that's been it. So it's prime time right now, so I'm just gonna stay ready. See you guys in the morning. Alright guys, well, we're gonna keep this short, but it's October 30th, and I'm in this pinch point in this creek bottom that I was in last night. I have a gut feeling this morning, so hopefully it pans out, but I'm gonna get ready. I can't hear anything because the wind's blowing again, so I'm just gonna stay ready, and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, well, I just got in the tree here, and I was trying to strap up my tree strap and stuff, and Spike ran down off the hill, walked right here about 10 yards, then a bigger buck came out behind him. Looked like a real big buck when I first seen it, so I grabbed my bow real fast, and I thought I heard like bleating or something. It must have been grunting, but it was probably like a 110-inch 8-point, so I'm pretty excited about this spot. This is where I'm going to be this afternoon, then I'm going to stay in here all day tomorrow, so looks like a really good spot. I'm going to start hitting the horns together here. Hopefully this wind chills out a little bit, because I'm getting blown around pretty good here, but the deer are moving. It's still hot. I think it's 83 degrees, so but couldn't be more excited. Tonight should be a good night, so we'll see what happens here. hopefully you can see that on camera, but just had probably about 150, 160 inch 10-point walk by there. I couldn't see a doe in front of him, but he was kind of acting like he was dogging a doe, so we're definitely not leaving here now, so we're gonna stay in this stand until they kick us out on Friday. So, but it was cool to see him. I tried calling to him. He wasn't. I don't think he ever really looked, but it's so noisy in here with the wind. So, other than that, not much to say. I'm gonna try to just be looking in every direction here in this thicket, so I don't miss anything. All right, Pike County, Illinois. There's a doe there the whole time. She was laying underneath that log. She just run up. Now she's in a thicket up there. You see her laying right in there. She's just trying to hide. Doe bedded down like 40 yards away, and a little scrubby buck is just locked on her. She was bedded right here behind me in this log, and I didn't even realize it. Then she walked over, and there's a fallen over tree over there that still has leaves on it. She climbed up in the middle of it and laid down. I mean, she is exhausted. The buck is too. They're standing there, hovering over the doe. Man, I think another buck would come on their trail. Nah. Alright guys, well, I didn't even get my clothes on this morning. It's supposed to, temperatures are supposed to just keep dropping down, and I have a lot of my nucleus heated clothing on this morning, so I pretty much walked in with that on, and I was kind of just getting dressed, and I had a doe coming to my right. She walked up in here, was standing here at 10 yards, and she kept looking down the hill, so I knew something was up. And then I seen another doe down the hill, and there's not much to talk about. Buck come waltzing up the creek, real slow. He kept listening for this doe up here, but it's so windy, they have trouble knowing where each other are. So anyway, I started shaking. I don't know how big a steer is, but it's a good buck. But I just sat there, didn't move. Got my release on a few times, adjusted the camera, and walked in. He was gonna walk right up here closer and closer, but I figured they can't hear. I mean, that wind's blowing crazy. I could feel the tree moving, and the wind had kind of settled there for a second, so I'm like, if I got a break in this wind, I might as well shoot him now. And I stopped him, then plugged him, and he ran off and fell over. So we've been hunting all week. This is the first cold front that moved in, but thank the Lord. Thanks to my family, thanks to everybody, my buddies, and now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this thing, how to get back to PA. But honestly, my first Illinois buck, so couldn't be happier. We'll see what happens here in a little bit. I'm gonna get out of here for now. So I was up in that tree there. He's right down here. So I'm gonna stick his arrow up on the ground. Right here. Yeah, that'll do. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna sneak out of here. Go meet up with Chip and Dan. And they're gonna come back in here and help me get him out of here. So, I've seen him go down in that video a few times. I think he's pretty well coached. So, super pumped. I figured this would be the day I'd kill too. I can't find my mic. So, no mic. It's gonna be a Windy, muffly ordeal today.
That looks like that damn field over there. Doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they can't take that. Oh, he's dead. Thanks, cats. I'm gonna hold both. All right, well, we just walked up on him here. He's pretty big. Pretty good buck. Hell. How far do you think?
Yards.
Yeah, I thought he went 100 whenever I was in the tree, but he didn't go anywhere.
From where you shot him, now roundabout, he might want 80.
Yep.
Because he went in that loop.
All right, well, we're gonna pick him up here. Look at the neck on that bad boy. Oh yeah. Freaking jammed him.
Look on his antlers.
Oh.
Look on his antlers.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. Yeah, we gotta protect that because I'm leaving that on there. He freaking shredded that tree, huh? Can't believe how stiff he is.
Oh yeah.
That is a good one. Found some big rubs walking in here, or riding in here. So.
Let me see something there, buddy.
Yeah. But this morning, had a couple does come up in here. One of them was just sitting right underneath the stand below me. She kept looking down the hill, and every time I've seen a doe in here the past 2 days, a buck ends up showing up. So he come right up the ravine, shot him at 18 yards. He come over here and fell over. So great hunt. Start of the week it was slower, and it got really hot midweek, but we knew there was a cold front coming today, and it only took 20 minutes, so can't beat that. But yeah, thanks to Chip and Dan and Chip, helped me out all week and get me on bucks. But yeah, it's a great hunt and couldn't be happier. So we're gonna get him out of here. I got my deer in there. Got the rack caped up, cut off.